Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode, but I've been taking a break indulging in some standard leagues so I can play Blight all day. And if you watch until the end of this video, I've got a tip, a method of doubling down on the Mega Blight Atlas build that is extreme, but will truly convert Path of Exile into Path of Blight. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today I'm back to show you exactly how to use the Mega Blight Atlas build to win every single Blight encounter in your maps every single time. You can farm up an absolute ton of blighted maps, oils, and currency in no time at all. First, you need to be using the Mega Blight Atlas build. If you don't know what that is, you can click the link that should be popping up now. The key combination to that Atlas build is using Wandering Path to give yourself a total of 80% cost reductions to building and upgrading towers, as well as Cassia's Pride so that we can just sit back and let the towers do all of the work. With these, you can win every single encounter by just spamming one of three towers, either Scout Towers, Arc Towers, or Flamethrower Towers. When you first spawn any Blight encounter, you just check down at the portals at the bottom. The symbols that show up are what the monsters resist, so if there's nothing resisting minions, all you have to do is just push all Scout Towers and then AFK until the Blight chest spawns. If you run into any encounter where there are minion-resistant ones, use Arc Towers instead. And in the rare case that you run into an encounter that is both minion and lightning resistant, then use Flamethrower Towers. Remember that your Atlas is not active in blighted maps, so this strategy only works when you encounter Cassia in a regular map. But if you want to put Blight encounters on easy farm status and get as many blighted maps as possible, this is the best way to do it. Now, I promised at the start of the video a method on doubling down on the Mega Blight Atlas build. If you are 100% only interested in Blight League, there's one last trick you can add, but it requires that you completely commit your Atlas to Blight League. I said in the previous video to skip these points here that give you a chance to get a free Blight craft. Since we're using Wandering Path, that turns off this notable mycelial swarm, and that prevents us from having regular access to the Blight crafting option for our maps. But, new in this patch, there's actually a way to get that back. The new keystone, the 7th gate. If you double down on the Mega Blight Atlas build by activating the 7th gate, then you can regain the ability to craft Blight whenever you want. Now, those points to get a free Blight craft explode in value. Not only are they as good as they are with a typical Blight Atlas build that uses Mycelial Swarm, but because of Wandering Path, we're actually doubling the chance to get a free Blight craft. If you run out, you can just speed farm a few easy white maps to gain those free crafts back, and then, once you've gotten them, you can go back to the yellow or red or progression maps and not have to hope to run into Sister Cassia. The best part is that you can get a free Blight craft on a map where you've used a free Blight craft. So if you just save up a few, every map you run you get a 25% chance to extend your streak. I have been doing nothing but Blight for about 4 days straight now. I used a whole bunch of blighted maps yesterday, and now, in just a few encounters this morning, here's what I've already farmed back. Yeah. And there's one other thing that I want to point out. If you do this strategy, you get a lot of farm in general, but you get an absolute ton of essences. I've killed just a few essence monsters, but I usually skip them. What I'm really just looking for is Sister Cassia or the boss. But look here at my essences tab. The vast majority of these, I would say at least 90%, come from Blight chests from white and yellow maps. Not only is this strategy great for farming blighted maps and oils, but you get an absolute ton of essences. I can't think of a better place to point this out in the video, but it needs to be pointed out. If you want to farm essences, I think this might be the way. Alright, I'm going to go run some more blighted maps, so for everybody else like me, who wishes they could just fire Kirok and put Sister Cassia in charge, I would highly recommend not only using the Mega Blight Atlas build, but doubling down on it by activating the 7th gate. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.